Good evening, Internet. It's me, DP Knudten, and it's time for another edition of BOOKWARD BOUND, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And that done, well, that done comes in the form of a brand new book that will be uploaded to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform on January 1st, 2021. But guess what? Before I can do that, I actually got to write the dang thing. And so that's what I'm doing every night for 301 consecutive days. I started this on Friday, March 5th, 2020, immediately after returning from San Diego, where I was at Social Media Marketing World, and being exposed once again to the power of things I should be doing that I currently wasn't at the time. And one of those things was live streaming. I knew I had to do more live streams, but I was kind of trying to figure out what could I do them about. And then, well, a story that I actually wrote about in the book actually spurred me to do this by doing it every night for 301 days. So that's what I'm doing with your help. And I really thank you for coming along with me for the ride. And so tonight, I'm going to be working on the book in one form or another. And before I go any further, I just want to check to see, I think this is episode 131. But I want to double check that because I always say the wrong date or the wrong episode. So yeah, like last night was episode 131. So this is episode 132. So it's about time I actually quoted that correctly to say that this is the 132nd day that I've gone consecutively live stream to write this darn book. Now, what book is it? Well, you've already seen the cover art, but I'll refresh your memory by showing you this. The book is called NONFICTION BRAND, Discovering, Crafting, and Communicating the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. And yep, that's the cover. That's what it's going to look like. If you look closely, there are a couple of Easter eggs in there that are things like blurbs about the book that have not been written yet because no one's actually read the book to blurb them. But that's what the cover of the book looks like because instead of writing the book, of course, I decided to design the book cover because you kind of have to see it to be it. So I think I probably needed to see that book cover before I could actually be the writer of that book. Makes sense, right? So what am I going to be doing tonight to advance my book forward? Well, I think I'm going to do a little cleanup because I'll be honest with you, Friday and Saturday nights are tough because it's like, oh man, I've been working all week. I really don't want to do any heavy lifting writing or anything like that. So instead, I've got to do something to move the book forward like I do every night. So what is that going to be? Well, in this case, I think it's going to be a little maintenance or a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of filling in some blanks that are there. And what blanks am I talking about? Well, like here in this section, but I'm just a plumber, which is all about a guy named Roger Wakefield, who's a plumber in, I think it's Dallas, Texas, or maybe Houston, somewhere in Texas. Dun, 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 dun. I want to plug in a photo. Because he showed me so. All right. The conference hasn't started yet. Credentials. I think I'm going to put it right here. And I think the photo I'm going to put in here is actually the photo. I want to go down here. Not pictures. Where is it? Desktop. I think I have to go to guest photos. Roger, where are you, Roger? I know I got it. There we are, Roger Wakefield. So I think I want to do this one. Yep. So the cool thing about Scrivener is I can take this photo and drag and drop it right in. I think I need to crop that. So I'm going to crop that first. Get rid of it. I'm going to open this up very quickly in preview. I'm going to... Oop. Come on, darn it. Let's see, I got to get his big bald head in there. Get the nonfiction thing in there. Get his name. Tuck this down a little bit. I want to save this file as before I crop it, because I'm going to say, and I want it to be best resolution, 2020 cropped, and that way that will be the one that goes in the book. And the thing is, I could, it's going in the book black and white. Why don't I do that here? So tools, adjust color. And this is the one thing that bugs me about preview, Apple's preview. It doesn't have a black and white command, but all you have to do is desaturate it to the point that it's pure black and white. And then maybe hit the contrast up a little bit. And not too much. Contrast up, exposure, brighten it up, make it a little bit more contrasty. And because this is going into a book that is going to be printed in black and white, so I'm going to say save W for close that out. And I'm now going to place this in the book. And one of the reasons I put photos in the book is to provide a little, I think of it as like an oasis, just an oasis of calm for a little bit about the book. So I want to say something nice about him. Meeting. Oh, except I want to make sure it's in the right size. So meeting Roger Wakefield at Media Marketing World 2020 was a highlight of the event. Mostly, the highlight of the event because he personifies the fictional plumber I always talk about. All right, so I'm not going to worry about things like how it breaks, how the line breaks and stuff like that, because those kind of formatting decisions are actually going to be made in the program that I use to finish up this, which I'm not sure if it's going to be Apple Pages or maybe it'll be Microsoft Word. I've used Word in the past with my first book as kind of the final, but we'll see. I don't know for sure. But anyway, all right, so I've got that picture of Roger. It's probably not going to be that exact size. In fact, if I do this, I can scale image and say that right now it's 72 dpi. Let's say it's 640. Locked aspect ratio. So that'll bring it up to 270/57 dpi. Let's see what happens if I go 600. Because I want it to, because This will be printed at 300 DPI or maybe even a little bit bigger. So what if I go 500? Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Coolio. You can find a free photo for just about any concept. This is a no cost photo from Neil. How cool is that? All right, so should I change that to black and white? I'm not going to worry about it, especially not right now. I need to do some cleanup here. That's 5. I've made some formatting decisions kind of as I've gone through the book. And I need to make sure that I go through and correct things. Be the red gummy bear. All right. So that's cool. Got those photos in there. I've got another section. Let's see. Got Leah's pictures in. That's cool. I got to listen to the Dana Sanchez. Let me see if I got a good photo of Dana. No. I think I've got a photo of her with all right, so I want to do a search for Austin. Some folks. Okay, the Austins. Yeah, I got their pictures in already. Any event, any kind of event with the potential. Every one of them. No, one of them you're going to meet every single. You're going to meet every single one of their mates who happen to be attending the event. All right, cool. So I got them in there. Hey, by the way, as always, if you are watching this and you just want to say, hey, DP, how's it going? Just type in the comment box within whatever application you're using or whatever app you're using, because this is going out to Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. So if you have a question, ask it. If you want to say hey, say hey. And if everything's set up correctly, I'm going to be able to see that you are in fact saying hey, and I'll be able to respond to that. So please do not be shy, and don't be afraid of distracting me, because if you watched any of these, you know I love distractions, especially when I'm supposed to be doing something else. All right, so back to Scrivener. What am I going to be writing about? Neil Schaefer I need to write about. I need to go back and listen to that podcast. I need to listen to the Dana podcast to get that pull quote. The worst day of her life. All right, so if I want to do that, I need to turn on one of my external drives that have all my older podcasts on it. Author's note. I'm going to do that. All right, so I'm back here. Don't know why that's not coming across. It will. All right, so what else do I want to work on and look at? Write some stuff. I'm not a fiction writer. Let's do this. I want to see how many potential pages I've got going on right now. It's 35,274 words. Get out my little calculator on my phone. 35,274 divided by 300 words a page, approximately 117 pages. All right, so we're in good shape. But I need to do double that, and I think I'm in good shape to be able to do that. I just have to actually get around to doing it. Where's the positive? You already are. I need to get that stuff, which I won't worry about now. Look at that. That's Gary Vaynerchuk back in the day. Can you believe that? Back in 2006 when he did his first episode of Wine Library TV. Now look at him. Compare. Sorry, just needed to hydrate. Okay, so what else is going on here? Okay, so yeah, that's what I should do. I got to write the Jay Bear stuff. I've already written about him a little bit. Actually, a lot of bit. For strategic authenticity, differentiation skill. There we go. A penchant for plaid. Yeah, this is about... This is about Mr. Bear. And actually, that's something I can do. I can look for more photos. Jay Bear. Let's look for Jay Bear photos. Podcast photos. Jay Bear. Oh, these are photos, just screenshots. That's a good one, but I need to find more about that. See, I told you, Jay liked his suits a little loud. And they are, which makes him easy to find in any crowd. All right, so let's change this. Or maybe I should dupe that, bring it into preview quickly, adjust color, saturation, exposure, lighten it up, make it a little more contrasty, and save. Bingo. And then get rid of that, but put that back in. Then let's look at the size of this thing. Scale image. Ooh. Criminy. Huh? Let's go 640. $500 gets us to 140. Okay. Hold on. What size is this image? Save as. JPEG. I want very best quality. Let's say BW2 for now. Save. Tools, adjust color. Where my adjust color adjustment thing go? There we go. Saturation all the way down. Bring the exposure up a little bit more contrasty. And save W. All right, now get rid of that and plug in BW2. Oop. Scale image. Dang it. Why is it doing that? 500. All right, we'll leave that for now. All right. And again, I'm just placing these photos to get them in there, you know, if anything else, as a reminder that, hey, go through and make sure that you've got the photos at the best resolution possible. And I can do that at a later time. And, you know, I could consider these 4-position only photos at this point, which I kind of am. But it helps flesh out the book, gives me an idea of how things are going to page out a little bit, things like that. Let's see, I need to do this. And I need to worry about it a little bit later. So, as I said, this is a Friday night, and I don't want to go terribly long, but I do want to move my book along, and I certainly have with your help. So thank you for that. However, it is a Friday night, as I said, and I don't feel like spending a whole lot of time on this right now. And the beauty is I don't have to, because this is episode 333. Is that what I said? Well, we'll figure that out. Yeah, 333 or 133. It's 133 out of 301 episodes I have to do. So I've got plenty of time yet to write this book, because I'm well over, probably about halfway finished, almost halfway finished. So that's fantastic. Consequently, I don't need to beat myself up and try to do everything all at once. I need to take one bite out of my mammoth at a time to eventually eat the whole darn thing. And so that's what I'm doing with your help tonight. Thank you so much. I'd like to remind you that the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which is all about all the things this book is about, comes out every Monday, and you can get it wherever you get your fine podcasts for free, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, iTunes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just look up Nonfiction Brand and look for my picture in black and white with the words Nonfiction Brand right next to it, and you'll know you're at the right place. That's it for me tonight. I want to thank you again for coming and helping me keep moving forward on this book. But until then, I'm going to let the theme music take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.